My name is Jennifer. Thank you for making your schedule so that you could be here, so that you could be here for yourself, so that you could be here on your mat, and that we could take this 60-minute journey into power together. The theme of tonight's class is neutral pelvis. And we're going to take a look at what that looks like in our bodies in just a moment. And we're also going to be talking about turning effort into fun. So everybody come to stand at the top of your mat, and we will experience and feel neutral pelvis in our bodies. So bring the palms of your hands to your hip bones and bring your middle fingers to touch in the front. And you can tell when you overcorrect, you get a duck butt and you can't see your hands anymore. And when you overcorrect the other way, your butt gets really hard and it feels really like awkward when you overcorrect. So overcorrecting either direction is duck butt or super tucked under. What you are looking for is somewhere in between where you can kind of see all of your fingers sort of as you look down, where you're not efforting too much in one direction. And when you think you've got it, let your hands drop and see is your butt like super tight, because it shouldn't be super tight. It should be kind of like relaxed. Neutral pelvis is what we're going for. And as we move through Journey into Power, in some poses we get bigger access to neutral pelvis by bending our knees. So let's begin in Child's Pose. Knees wide, arms outstretched. You're going to take your knees out to the outer edges of your mat. Give your belly space, knees wide, big toes touch. And press your forehead into your mat. Feel the texture of your mat on your forehead. And press your hips down towards your heels. Good. Everyone take a breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Again, breathe in. Sigh it out. Downward facing dog. And take your hands wide. And take your feet wide. And experience the tilt of your pelvis, like overcorrect. Send your tailbone way up to the ceiling. And then pull your belly button up and towards your spine to lift the front of your pelvis. Feel the alternation of the overcorrection in both degrees. And then find some place in the middle where there's a little bit of effort there. But you're not locked out. You're not super hard and controlled and locked out. Take a breath in. Walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Take Ragdoll Pose and lift the front of your pelvis. Bend your knees to lift the front of your pelvis. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extended mountain. Reach up. Look up. Take your hands to heart center. And we'll begin this evening's class with the sound of 3 ohms. Extended mountain. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands and come to a high plank. I'm going to stay in high plank. Now set your gaze at the top edge of your mat. Lift the front of your pelvis to create a neutral pelvis, so lift just a little. Now pull your belly button into your spine. Good work. Everyone breathe in. Stay, breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Lower halfway down. Exhale. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. See your feet. Lift the front of your pelvis. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high push-up to low push-up. Upward facing dog, untuck your toes. Yes, downward facing dog, see your feet at the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold. Extended mountain. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Everyone breathe in deeply. Everyone breathe out deeply. Look at your thumbs. Travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Extended mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands and flow from high to low. Up dog. Breathe in. Down dog. Breathe out. Look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Fold. Extended mountain. Fold. Lengthen your spine, plant your hands, and go from high to low. Good, Angela. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Look forward, take your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Yeah, create neutral pelvis, just a little tiny tilt of your tailbone, a little bit so you get core engagement. Bring your big toes to touch. Big toes touch, sit your hips down low, and then lift the front of your pelvis. Good, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Good, Jacqueline. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one, right foot to your right thumb. Back foot plants. And here, slight bend of your back knee to lift the front of your pelvis. Yeah, sit your hips down lower. Lift the front of your pelvis. Good. Everyone look up, breathe in. Hands to your mat, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. Yeah, get access to your pelvis by bending your back leg, your right leg, bend it just a little. Take your back foot wider. Take your back foot wider out towards Florida Avenue, giving your hips more room. Slight bend to your knee. Lift the front of your pelvis, sit your hips down. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, sit your hips deeper. One more, inhale, reach. Plant your hands and flow high to low. Upward facing dog, fill. So good, Jonathan. Downward facing dog, see your toes. Look forward, jump your feet to your hands. Yes, halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose, neutral pelvis, one breath. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands down, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Right foot to right thumb. Neutral pelvis, hands up, eyes up. Hands down, you flow. High push up, low push up. Good, Melissa. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one, left side. Step forward, keep your feet wide, your hips need space, reach. Hands down, high push up, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look at your thumbs, jump your feet to your hands. Yeah, halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Lift the front of your pelvis, sit your hips down deep. Breathe in, bow forward, breathe out. Halfway lift. Plant your hands and flow with your exhale, high to low. Up dog, down dog, warrior one, right side. Step right foot to right thumb, warrior one. Hands down, you flow as you exhale, high push-up, low push-up. Up dog, down dog, warrior one, left side. Pelvis lifts, hands reach. Plant your hands down, go high to low. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your right leg. Flex your right foot and point all 5 of your toes towards the ground. You can see your tippy toe. You can see your toes. Good. Press out through the sole of your foot. Lift the front of your pelvis. Good. Now bend your knee and stack your hips. Yeah, flip your dog. Right foot comes down to the floor. Spin around on your left tippy toes. Lift the front of your pelvis and send your chest up towards the ceiling for 3. 1, 2, 3. Side plank, right hand down. Lift the front of your pelvis. Go for neutral pelvis here in side plank. Yeah, core engaged, pelvis neutral. Send your eyes up to your top hand. 1, 2, 3. High push-up, low push-up. Good work, everyone. Up dog, down dog. Lift your left leg. Flex your foot. Good, Jacqueline. Bend your knees, stack your hips, and flip your dog. Left foot comes down to the earth. You spin around on your right tippy toes. Yeah, set your eyes to your left thumb. Lift the front of your pelvis for 3. 1, 2, 3. Side plank. Left hand down. Left knee down. Lift the front of your pelvis. Yeah, experience that fluidity in your side body. Your core is engaged. See your top hand. 1, 2, 3. High push-up, low push-up. So good, EB. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ah. Breathe in. Open your mouth, let it go. Ah. Right foot forward, crescent lunge. Right foot forward, crescent lunge. And here especially, bend your back knee, lift the front of your pelvis to create space between the top of your thigh and your right hip crease. Yeah, send your hands up towards the ceiling, send your pinky fingers in towards one another. Sit your hips lower. Press your back hamstring more up towards the ceiling. You can take a longer stance. Yeah. Hands to heart center, twist right. Keep lifting the front of your pelvis. Split your hands, left hand down, right hand up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Warrior 2. Yeah, warrior 2. Hips low. Yeah, gaze over your front middle finger, stack your front knee over your front ankle. Bend deep into your front thigh. Lift the front of your pelvis. Good, Jacqueline, sit deeper. Yeah, so good. Flip your front palm, reverse. Look up, look back, and then lower your pelvis, lower your hips. Feel this in your right quad, so good. Extended side angle, right arm to your right thigh, or fingers to the earth. And everyone, bring your hips lower. Press your right shin more towards the front of your mat. And here, send your right buttock in and under towards your left inner thigh. Yes, Jonathan. Yes, Jacqueline. So good. Yes, Angela. Evie. Yes, so good. Everyone, take a breath. Plant your hands and flow it away. High push-up, low push-up. So good, Melissa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side crescent lunge. Left foot forward. Really long, powerful stance. Good, Melissa. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Lift the front of your pelvis. Yes, Jonathan, yes. Sit your hips lower. Pelvis up and in. Neutral, so good. Space. Hands to heart center. Twist left. Twist left. Connect. Open your arms. Yeah, sit your hips down deeper, just a couple millimeters deeper. Warrior two. Yeah, warrior two. Hips low, pelvis lifts. You get more access, bend your back knee just a little bit to lift your pelvis more. Flip your front palm, reverse. Yeah, sit your hips down. Press your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Down and fierce. Extended side angle. Yeah, stack your front knee over your front ankle. Bend deep into that thigh. I know it's talking to you. Bend deep into it and press your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Breathe in and out of your nose. Everyone inhale. Everyone exhale. Breathe in. Vinyasa, hands to your mat, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Set your eyes at the back of your mat. Breathe in. Empty out. Jump your feet to your thumbs. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Hands to heart center. Neutral pelvis. Twist right. Yes, sit. Take your left elbow to your right knee, left elbow to right knee. Bring your big toes to touch. Squeeze. Sit down in a tiny invisible chair. Open your arms for 3. 1, 2, 3. Chair pose. Hands to center. Twist left. Take right elbow to left knee and sit your hips lower. Lift the front of your pelvis. For 3. 1, 2, 3. Forward fold. Take your feet hips width distance apart now. Grab a hold of your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Drop your head. Bend your knees a lot. Lift the front of your pelvis as you press down through your heels. Breathe in and out of your nose. Shake your head. Let the weight of your head go. Drop your head. Release your big toes. Stand on your hands. Slide your palms all the way underneath your feet to your toes or up to your wrist creases. Gorilla pose. Set your gaze at the back edge of your mat so your head is heavy, your neck is long. Good, so good. Everyone just lengthen their neck like 3 inches. So good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release and you'll take crow pose. If crow is not in your practice, you'll take forearm plank. We all know what forearm plank is. Crow can be kind of mysterious. That's okay. Forearm plank is its cousin. Lift the front of your pelvis in your forearm plank. Lift the front of your pelvis in crow. Yeah, lower your hips in forearm plank like 1/2 inch. Set your eyes out in front. So good, Jacqueline. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa. High push-up, low push-up. Good, Angela. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Flip your dog. Right foot comes all the way down. Lift up, reach up. 3, 1, 2, 3. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, flip your dog left side, second time here. 1, 2, 3, downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. Inhale, exhale, look forward, jump to the top of your mat. Yes, halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Hands to heart center. Set your eyes out in front of you. Find your spot. Lift the front of your pelvis. Belly button in. Eagle. Right leg up and over left leg. And squeeze. And experience the tilt of your pelvis. Find neutral pelvis. And squeeze. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 1. Lift the front of your pelvis. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. Eagle, second set. Really wrap your 2 legs into 1 leg. Squeeze into center. Set your eyes out here in this space. Squeeze. 3 more breaths. And switch sides. Take the wrap, squeeze, squeeze. Release. Everyone take the block and have the block ready underneath your left hand at the top of your mat. So when you hinge at your hips, the block is right there for you in the tall setting. Standing leg raise, bring your right knee into your chest. Hug your right knee into your chest, take a hold of your shin or your big toe. Open your right leg out to the side. Left arm reaches out to the left. And turn your eyes and find your left thumb. And come back to center. Kick your foot towards the front of the room. Reach your arms up. Lift the front of your pelvis, even here. Airplane pose. Arms back. Palms face the earth. Flex your right leg. Flex your right foot. And press your shoulder bones up towards the ceiling. More lift through your chest. Take your hands to heart center. Half moon, left hand down to the block. And stack your hips. See the tips of your right foot in your vision. And send your eyes up to your top hand. Lift the front of your pelvis for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release and come to stand. And switch the block, have it ready underneath your other hand. Other side. Bring your left knee into your chest and take the grip on your shin or your foot, your toe. Open up. Lift the front of your pelvis, open up. And turn your eyes to your right thumb. Good work. Come back to center, kick and reach. Kick and reach. Airplane. Left leg back. Foot flexed. Left foot is flexed. Lift the front of your pelvis. Hands to heart center. Half moon. Right hand down. Reach your left arm up. And catch the tip of your left toes. Bring those left toes into view. Good, Jacqueline. Now lift your back leg higher. Eyes up to your top thumb. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Come to stand. Good work. Dancer pose, right side. Left arm reaches towards the ceiling. Right hand, palm out, palm out. Right hand, palm faces out, twist, palm out. Yes, reach back and grab the inside of your right foot. Palm out. Palm out. Your shoulders rotated the other way. Turn your hand, open palm. Just like that, grab the inside of your foot. The other way, keep going. Keep going, one more. Yes, that's open shoulder, yes. Kick, now kick your foot into your hand, pull on your foot with your hand, send your toes up. Eyes out here, good work, eyes out here. Come back into it for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch sides, good work. Dancer pose, second set. Open shoulder grip, so palm down by your side, grab the inside of your left foot with your left hand. Yes, kick your toes to the ceiling, eyes out here for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch sides, good work everyone. For 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch sides. And set your eyes on one spot that's not moving. Laser focus on that one spot and you take dancer pose left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Tree pose. Take your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Set your eyes. Lift the front of your pelvis, so above or below your knee. And reach your arms up. Eyes up. And switch sides. And tree. And lift the front of your pelvis. And send your eyes up. See the ceiling right up above you. Release. And come to stand at the top of your mat. Extended mountain. Reach up. Look up. Exhale, forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And plant your hands. High push up to low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Step your right foot forward for triangle. Right foot forward for triangle, back foot plants parallel with the back edge of your mat. Triangle. Yeah. Bring a slight bend to both of your knees. Lift the front of your pelvis for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up to standing. Point all of your toes to the left side of your mat. Lift the front of your pelvis, good EB, fold forward. Take your fingertips down to your mat. Lift the front of your pelvis for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up to standing. Pyramid pose, right side. Point your right toes forward. Bring your back foot halfway up your mat. Go ahead, take your feet wide and fold over your front thigh. Shorten your stance if you need to get your back heel down on the ground. Short stance, wide stance. Breathe in and out of your nose. And drop your head. Twisting triangle. Left hand stays, right hand reach for the ceiling. Press down through your back heel. Reach. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Hands on your mat, high push-up, low push-up. Up dog. Down dog. Triangle, left side. Step your left foot forward, create triangle with your feet. Yeah, lift the front of your pelvis, bend both of your knees. Rise up to standing. Point all of your toes to face the right side of your mat and come into goddess pose. You can start with your hands on your thighs, hands on your hips. Lift the front of your pelvis. You're sending your tailbone under. You'll feel this in your groins and your outer glutes. Sit your hips deep and press your shoulder bones towards the door that you walked into. You'll feel this in your quads when you do that. Press your knees out to your pinky toes for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up to standing. Pyramid pose, left side. Point your left toes forward and bow over your left thigh. Breathe in and out of your nose. Twisting triangle. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High push-up, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. High plank. Low plank. 2 more push-ups. High plank. Low plank. High plank. Low plank. Release. Lower all the way down. Bring your palms back by your sides, by your hips. Palms down. And put one ear on the floor, on the mat. Locust pose. Breathe in, lift your hands, heart, and feet all the way up off of the floor. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower all the way down. Put your other ear on the mat. Locust pose, rise up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Floor bow. Bend your knees, grab your feet, your shins or your ankles, somewhere in between. Squeeze your big toes in towards center line. Kick your feet into your hands, rise up. Rise up. And press your thighs down. You'll find movement front to back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Sway your feet from side to side, let it go. Floor bow. One, 2, kick your feet into your hands. 3, 4, 5, release. Good work, everyone. Upward facing dog for a 5 count. 1, 2, lift your thighs up, lift your knees up. 3, 4, 5, downward facing dog. Camel pose. Bring your knees down to the floor. Yeah, stand on your shins, press your shins into the floor. And take camel pose. Press your hips forward. Lift your chest up and see the back wall for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come out of camel. Have a seat on your heels. Camel number 2. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit on your heels. Take a breath in. Let it go. Bridge pose. Roll over onto your back. Bend your knees and touch your heels with your middle fingers. And create bridge pose by pressing down through your heels, up through your hips for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. We have 6 more. Bridge, you were just there, go there. Or wheel, go there. Each one is going to be a 5 count. Stay up or come down. Number 2. Stay up or come down. Number 4, stay up or come down. Number 5, stay up or come down. Last one. Slowly lower all the way down to your mat. Take recline butterfly pose. Touch the soles of your feet together. Yeah, connect your hands to your heart, your hands to your belly. Happy baby. Let your knees be wide, let your feet be wide. Press the back of your head down, your tailbone down. Release happy baby. Put your hands underneath your tailbone and send your legs up towards the ceiling. And flex your feet towards your face. Lower your legs 30 degrees, 60 degrees. Hover your feet, look at your 10 toes, hover your feet, pull your belly button in. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up. Lower down 30, 60. Hover. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up. Lower 30, 60. Hover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up. Last one. Lower 30, 60. Hover. 10, 1, 2, 3, see your feet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. The sweet rest in between core exercises. So fleeting. Everyone take the block and squeeze the block between your feet. We'll do 7 of pass the block. So squeeze the block in between your feet, send your feet up towards the ceiling. Lower your legs to hover, reach your arms up above you so you're opening all the way up. Feel this all in your core. And then pass the block. Grab the block and lower your feet. That's 2. Open all the way up to get all the benefit. All the benefit. 3. Yes, Jonathan. 4. 5. Yes, Angela, so good. EB. 6. Yes, Melissa. 7. When you're done, hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Yogi bicycles. What's our number tonight? Party people. How many are we doing? Okay, 1. Yogi bicycles. I'm going to count to 100. What you do is you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Hug it in. Woo! So that's why you got to answer quickly. You must answer quickly when the question is asked. You can take reclined half pigeon, or you can come through downward facing dog to take traditional half pigeon. Oh, so good. So good. Reclined half pigeon still, flex your feet. Flex your feet a lot. If you're on your back, flex your feet. Little foot hooks, yes. So good. And switch sides. Double pigeon. Double pigeon or seated figure 4. If you're taking double pigeon, your shins will stack at the top of your mat with your top ankle on the outside of your bottom knee. So your knees are pretty close together, shins are parallel, and you feel this right here in your hips. So can you stack your shins, Angela? And flex your feet a lot. You'll feel this in your hip flexors, I know. The juju is right here. Right here, when you sit, especially when you sit up, flex your feet. And switch sides. It will feel totally different. Maybe more challenging, maybe more enjoyable. It's hard to say until you get there. Totally. That's double pigeon. Okay. Frog pose. Frog pose. Everybody face Florida Avenue and take your knees out wide on your mat. 90-degree angles with your feet your shins and your thigh bones. Knees are wide, come down to your forearms. You can put a block under your chest and let your head rest on something. So you can stack your fists and drop your forehead down, or you can put your forehead on a block. And flex your feet. Flex your feet. So bring the inside arches of your feet. Yes. Yes. Lift the front of your pelvis. Yeah. Yeah. And just breathe. Breathe in and out of your nose. And notice if you stop lifting the front of your pelvis, how it feels different. And then recreate neutral pelvis. Because we tend to overcorrect. We tend to duck butt in frog because it feels less sensational. When you lift the front of your pelvis, you get more of a sensation for sure. 45 seconds. 45 seconds to breathe in and out of your nose and alternate between lifting the front of your pelvis and not. Just to be in the experience of what does frog feel like with a neutral pelvis or an overcorrected pelvis. 20 seconds. 15. 10. And slowly come forward out of frog. So bring your legs together behind you. Bring your belly to the earth. Bring your big toes to touch. Yeah, let your forehead down onto something. Close your hips after that big, big hip opener. Seated single leg extension. Come to a seat. Extend one leg out. Bring your other foot to your inner thigh. And fold over your extended leg. Switch sides. Seated forward fold. Extend both legs out. Reach for your toes. Reverse tabletop. Plant your hands back by your hips. Bend your knees. Hips up, chest up, eyes to the back wall for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down and take fish pose. Hands under your sit bones, forearms on the floor. Lift your chest up, see the back wall. A release. Come up and out of fish pose and take an inversion. You can take shoulder stand, headstand if that's in your practice, or waterfall pose, simple inversion. Lie on your back, put a block underneath your tailbone, and send your legs up to the ceiling. Simple inversion. Yeah, lie on your back and put your legs up in the air. I happen to need ridiculously cheesy music to make something like running enjoyable. Because there's nothing like doing something that I dislike and then having something come on like the final countdown, because that makes everything better. And we all have that thing, whatever it is, that turns something that's effort into something that can be more enjoyable, like less like work. I have a quote from Italo Calvino that I want to share with you. Very often, the effort men put into activities that seem completely useless turns out to be extremely important in ways no one could foresee. Play has always been the mainspring of culture. Slowly lower down out of your inversion. Stretch it out. point your toes, flex your feet, reach your arms up above your head. Now remove the block from underneath you. Hug your right knee into your chest. Squeeze your right knee into your chest. And take a supine twist. Your left hand takes your right knee across your body. And reach your right arm out towards Florida Avenue and look at your right thumb. Let it rest on the ground. And switch sides. Recline butterfly pose. And let your eyes close. Let your eyes be heavy. Heavy in your head. And then stretch your legs out onto your mat. Take your heels off the corners of your mat, so let your feet get really far apart from one another. Arms down by your sides, palms up towards the sky, the ceiling. And soak in the effort of your practice. And call upon whatever it is that you need to transform your effort into fun, into joy, into bliss, whatever your final countdown is. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And gently roll to your favorite side. And pause. And then come up to a simple seat from the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll close today's class with a sound of 3 ohms. Bring your thumb tips to your forehead center. And together we bow. And thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Jacqueline, Jonathan, Angela, E.B. Give yourself a big round of applause for the good work, the good effort, the good fun, right?